Woke up, it's a beautiful day. Got a fresh pair of J's and I'm out to get paid. Came from the bottom, gotta find a new way. And I think it's gonna start today. Hey, when life get crazy and shit be going wrong, I take the time out to put words in.
Alright, so we back, Swag Science in the building. We're gonna talk about this Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri pay-per-view fight that's coming up this Saturday. Now, I know the opinions on this fight has been very meh. Like, no one's not really amped for this fight. And I think it's because Algieri is such an unknown commodity. But not just that, like, I don't feel like he really made the biggest name he could have. Like, this fight's been rushed a little, because if you look at it, Algieri's jumping from an Emmanuel Taylor fight on Friday Night Fights, ESPN. Good performance. He shut dude out completely. He had an easier time with him than Broner did, actually. So, you know, he gets the Provodnikov fight, gets about 100 racks for that. He's the underdog, but it's in his hometown. You know, he wins that fight, you know, as I predicted. I mean, and now it's like, it's not like he's the man now, getting title shots, not title shots, but defending his title, and he's in that position that Provodnikov was in, where he's like the main event. You know, he skipped that stage and he's right bam into damn pay-per-view main events with Pacquiao. So I feel like if he'd had another fight around December, November against another credible dude on HBO again, you know, fans, people could see more of him and, you know, kind of build up a fight. Like, this fight should have been in March, if you think about it. But fuck it, it's right now, it's happening, so, you know, we just gotta look at it for what it is right now. Algieri is a live underdog. To me, honestly, I think he's the best pure boxer at junior welterweight. And when I mean pure boxer, I mean a guy that's up and down, just a boxer to the core. Jab, 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 right hand, hook off the jab, body shots, lateral movement, kebabing, we do everything. You know, he's a real versatile guy. To me, he's like a better version of Amir Khan, just without the power and less speed, less quickness. Like, he doesn't have that natural athleticism, that talent, you know, that Khan has, that extra But other than that, the skill-wise, moving around the ring, everything, the way he snaps his jab, throws his punches, the way he throws everything, defense is solid. He's way better fighter than me. And you know what else he has? He has a solid chin. A lot of dudes wouldn't have got up and pitched out a boxing lesson after getting that work from Provodnikov. Remember, Provodnikov was the boogeyman right now. I mean, and Algieri won a close fight. You know, I felt he won his fight more clearer than Danny Garcia did with Herrera. So I know there's people out there like, he barely won the fight, but I thought he did well enough to win the fight. It was close though. So now we look at the fight with Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a whole nother animal, but it's a thing. It's the same trainer he going against. He going against Freddie Roach, and they really looked at the tape on that. Right now, to beat Algieri, and I know Pacquiao has the capability of doing so, he has to have the intensity that he had in the second Bradley fight. You know, he can't sleepwalk and just be on cruise mode and do enough to beat a guy that we know he's better than. Because if that guy moves around a little too much or gets aggressive, and Algieri, he has a steady work rate, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta actually win your rounds on him. If Pacquiao, you know, goes in there with the slow feet, going through the motions, like, he fought on his B game against Bradley in the first fight, and I still felt he dominated him. But a lot of people thought he fell off and didn't really put that extra that pump, you know what I mean? You know, add that little extra swagger in his fighting like he did in the rematch. The intensity was there. He was landing more combinations. You know, he just had a little more dynamic, you know, old Pacquiao that we like to see. That's how Pacquiao has to fight this fight. Now they over there in Macau, this is, the Filipino Asian community, they over in that territory. So you don't know, it kind of seems like there could be some fuckery that could go down in this fight. Like, Abram, you can't put nothing past him. I don't have nothing against the dude, like a lot of boxing guys do, journalists and shit. I concern myself with the fighting. Algieri, young white dude, educated, solid style. Even though he's a pure boxer, I'm not bored by his fights. He doesn't stink out the joint like you would think like boxers would. He's a real technical guy, but he moves, he's throwing punches. So I feel with that whole angle and that whole bullshit with the great white hope and all that, if he looks better than he's supposed to, he might steal rounds just off being better than he's supposed to. A lot of people think Pacquiao gonna go in there and murder this kid, and I honestly don't see that happening like that. Like, I see if Pacquiao stays on him, go to the body, do the shit that Roach was telling Provodnikov to do in the fight. Go to the body, jab, don't fucking headhunt looking for one punch. Just let the hands go, be aggressive, or pivot with Algieri, throw that hook like you're supposed to. You southpaw, you can land that there. That's the go-to punch. Use angles. Pacquiao should win this fight, but I can't count out a dude like Algieri. So I'm really like torn. Like I could see an upset maybe with a little fuckery involved, but then I could see Pacquiao winning a clean, clear fight on some 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5 type shit. Like, it's that type of fight. Like me, I'm actually pretty interested in this fight. A lot of people, they shitting on this fight, and the real reason I think a lot of people overlooking this fight, because you see so many other popular names in their divisions, and you're like, damn, how would Pacquiao look against Swift? Danny Garcia, how about Maidana, how about Broner? Got all these dudes around there, and they earned the fight. They big names, you know what I mean? We want to see that, but Algieri just kind of crept into the damn game. He went in the back door, the side door, whatever. He's getting this shot, and we're like, the casuals, they not really feeling it like that. But you got to give Pacquiao his credit for fighting someone who's a pure style class difference from him. Like, he's fighting a pure boxer. He's not fighting a slow guy like Rios that stands in front of him. He's not fighting a guy who is technically imbalanced on the boxing skill front like Bradley is, although Bradley's a top 10 pound for pound fighter, real athletic of box. He's fighting a dude who's just technically sound, taller, longer reach, all of that shit. And so, I think Pacquiao, if he shows up with the intensity of the Bradley rematch and with the right, proper game plan, I think he wins a clear, competitive fight. And, I think I'm going to just go with Pacquiao on this one, but I'll be damned if Algieri ain't make a nigga think twice about this shit. Like, I really think this is a good quality matchup. Not necessarily pay-per-view quality, nah, you know what I mean? But it's a great main event for them, stay your ass home on regular TV. But I'm going to leave it at that. Pacquiao by decision, close fight, swag science, hood all stars. 1.